Hi there. So what you see behind me is one of the main squares of Avignon, which is called the Place de l'Horloge. It's actually the place where you have the city hall, and it's the center of the city. I would say that the two squares which are the center of the city are this one and another one which is called Place P. And the short video is just to answer the question why I'm not re-editing these videos. I just don't want to. I really don't have time. But why should I take my English show in Avignon, or is it possible to take an English show in Avignon? And the answer is pretty much yes to the second one. And as far as the first one is concerned, it really depends who your audience is, in a way. I mean, what kind of show it is. I came here 6 times, and in 2017 I came here with the show Mussolini, and in 2018 I came here with another show, which was in English, titled Brexit. And I got a group of people now which are going to walk behind me, but it doesn't matter. So, sorry, speaking in French. And that was quite a huge success. 2018 was a particular period, because, if you recall, France not only participated in the World Cup, but ended up winning the World Cup, and the final was in July. So it was a bloodbath here, as the majority of the venues basically had no audience attendance for their shows. But we were lucky enough with this show, which was in English, by the way, as I said, Brexit. We were lucky enough to get a sold out. Yes, not too many people like football, whatever. So what you gotta understand, this city is a city with lots of tourists. Now there are tourists passing right behind me right now. I think I heard an American voice. And in July, I mean, it does get very, very, very packed with people. And I really don't know the percentages, but you can imagine that probably 1 every 5 is not even French. And as a matter of fact, yeah, definitely. There's an American voice there. And as a matter of fact, in the guide, in the paper brochure of the shows, you will see a section which is dedicated to shows which are suitable for non-French speakers. And so that's what you're aiming at. So it really depends on your kind of show. I mean, is it a show that you think will be here? Here is a bell. All right, here we go. Do you think it's a show, for example, that may be suitable for people that speak English as a second language, maybe? Or maybe it's a kind of story that will be attractive to somebody who is a non-native English speaker? And when I say non-native, think about, people coming from all over the world. I remember in 2018 when we played the show Brexit, we had people coming from Sweden, Holland, Belgium, Russia, Lithuania, Korea, I mean, you name it. It was like a wide audience. And as a matter of fact, it was so successful that in 2019 I came back with yet another show, which was a silent comedy show titled The Lehman Brothers. So, yeah, and that's the same thing I'm doing this year. Once again, I'm participating with a silent comedy show. So, like I said, this can be really a varied audience. So do not focus on the French audience, although they certainly make up 80% of the total attendances. But like I said, this is we're in Provence, so this is a place which is really a cradle of French tourists in a way. So you got tourists coming from all over the place. So that's one thing to consider. So work on your storyline. Is it a story which is about a small village in Kent? Well, I don't know if that's appealing for a worldwide audience. But in our case, Brexit in 2018 was a big thing. So we really had a lot of people coming. I just remember that. So, and I tend to work with the stories which are universal in a way. Or even if they're local, going back to the small village in Kent, maybe there is something in the story that may appeal to people all over the world. That's the story. So, next I'm going to take you to the city walls. Now you got to understand the city is divided into a modern section and an old section. Actually, I'll go to the Palais du Pape, which is the Pope's Palace. If you don't know anything about history, basically, for a century or so, Avignon was the center of the Catholic Church. Popes were elected here, and at one point there were two popes in Europe during the Middle Ages. One having a seat here in Avignon and another one in Rome. But that's a long story. I don't think you want to hear that. So let's go to the Palais du Pope and let's continue. And so how do you take your show to Avignon? What are the steps you're supposed to follow? Well, let's start from that and let's carry forward with our story.